How I'm your muse, loving when I lay next to you. Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. How's it going? I hope it's going good. My name is Shana, the Shanabelle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, then make sure that you are subscribed to this channel with the bell notification on so you're not missing any uploads that I post. Also, if you are reoccurring and you still have not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification on so you're notified every single time I upload. Okay, in 2024 I plan on uploading every single day. Some days will have multiple uploads, so make sure that you are not missing out on any of that. Okay, however, today's video will be a tips and tricks video on manifestation. It will be an advice video on how to have the ultimate life glow up in 2024. And this is a glow up spiritually, financially, physically, career-wise, romantic-wise, relationship-wise, platonic and romantic. This is just the ultimate life upgrade. Also in lifestyle, like the upgrade everywhere in your life. The only upgrade that you honestly need, like the only lifestyle upgrade, the only life upgrade video that you need to watch, honestly. But yeah, or you can call it to have a glow up in 2024, whatever you want to call it, but this is the only one you need to watch. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so if you are new here, then you might not know, but if you have been here for some time, then you know that I start off all of my videos with some Reiki healing. So if you're open and receptive to receiving this energy healing activation, just say yes, and you'll receive it wherever you need it in your mind, body, soul, and life at this current moment in time. Okay, so I do have my journal here with me where I have written down some tips and tricks, or just give me direction on what I'm talking about. So we are going to go into sections. Hold on, I gotta find the right page. This is so unprofessional, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we are going to touch spirituality, intellectual education, physical appearance, lifestyle, career, and finances. Okay, starting off with your spirituality, how you're going to upgrade your life spiritually. A lot of these can be implemented in other aspects of your life as well. Some of them are repeated, some of them are not, but please understand that everything is interchangeable, and once you improve one area in your life, it's going to help you improve the next. So take this categories with a grain of salt. This is kind of just how I was able to categorize and order the thoughts in my brain onto paper so I can deliver it to you better. Okay, so spiritually, develop routine, systems, and rituals. Okay, little things you do every day to practice mindfulness and thank the Lord, thank the Holy Spirit, thank the divine, whatever the case is. You're going to make sure that you implement these things in your daily routines and your daily habits. So you make sure that you're spending time with the Lord, God, Allah, Buddha, the source energy. It doesn't matter. You're spending time with your spirit team, your spirit animals, all that stuff. You are dedicating time and attention towards them so you can build that relationship. Relationships that you don't dedicate time and energy and effort to die. And that is the case with the Holy Spirit. So make sure that you are spending time with the Holy Spirit, whether it's you wake up every morning and you meditate and you journal and you pray. That is a ritual. That's a morning routine. Dedicate morning routines. You praying before every time, you saying grace every time before you eat. That's another ritual that will help you dedicate time every single time, every day, at least 3 times a day if you're eating, 3 meals, to spending time with the Holy Spirit. Okay, so this leads into the next thing, is keep up with holidays and important events. in like the spiritual community. So say you follow a certain religion. I follow Christianity, right? So I pay attention to when Easter is, I pay attention to Christmas and all those things, right? So then, because those special holidays are going to help you implement special rituals and special practices for those times of the year. Like Thanksgiving, we always say thanks and we show a little extra gratitude. Christmas time is a time for giving. Easter is a time for new, like, death and rebirth, right? So they kind of just help you stay on track. Also, so a lot of you guys follow me for tarot readings. Implementing tarot into your daily routine is another way in order to have, like, develop these routines, right? Implementing tarot, meditation, again, yoga, things like that. And then following important events and holidays, meaning like following when there's eclipses, the new moon, the full moon, the moon cycles, astrology, following the planetary placements and the planetary movements throughout the year, and following when there are great big changes that's happening. Astrologically will help you when you are trying to implement these practices and routines. You know there's going to be a full moon. Okay, those full moons are a great time for releasing. And then if you also know what the full moon is in, and then you know what aspect of your life should be concentrated on the most, or is going to help you change the most if you was to concentrate on that area of your life. New moons are a great time for welcoming new into your life. So those are great times to try to manifest something new. Eclipses, great for changing, for having great change in jumping timelines and quantum leaping. So if you are able to keep up to date with those holidays and those events, it will help you grow your spirituality. And then not only that, it's going to help you with you manifesting new things into your life and releasing old. Okay, then we also have study the history and teachings of, I have the Bible, but you can just have whatever religion or spiritual practices that you follow. Like I said, a lot of you guys follow me for my tarot reading. So for spirituality, then study the history behind tarot, study the history behind astrology. Honestly, study history, period. And then also, if you're into just spirituality as general, I would say study the history and study all the religions, because every religion is honestly just special practices put in place for spirituality as a whole. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm into spirituality, so I'm gonna have these practices, and then I have a bunch of people who follow me, so then they pick up the same practices as me, and then they go and teach their kids my practices, and then they pass it down from generation to generation, and they go and they tell other people about it, so then other people start practicing my practices, and that's how you start a religion. You can honestly start a religion today if you want to. There's a religion of people who worship spaghetti or like noodles or something like that somebody randomly started one day. You can literally go and start a religion. So yeah, just study the history and teachings behind the great divine God. Like, spend time studying that stuff. That's honestly could very well look at like you studying Hermetic teachings and, you know, how the universe works, the laws of the universe, things like that, right? Or studying the Bible, or studying the Quran, or studying the birth of Jesus. Like, just, it's all history, honestly. Just study history. It's history, and then the Bible and the Quran are just people writing it down and telling the story of the same thing, okay? It's just a game of telephone, honestly. But yeah, so that's spirituality, okay? Honestly, I link in my description box in every one of my tarot readings the tarot decks and oracle decks that I use. They're great for practicing practicing and enhancing and honing in on your intuition, tapping into your intuition, having a conversation with God and the divine. But again, like I said, if you're going to tap into these things, please do your research, and because you can allow in negative spirits, but you can allow in negative spirits by watching a horror movie. So, but a lot of people do that. So I'm not saying it's not that serious, but it is serious. Like, honestly, just do your research. Make sure you know how to cleanse. Make sure that you understand what type of energies that you want to allow around you, and how to have boundaries, and how to keep yourself protected if you want to tap into those modalities and such like that. But we're going to move into the next section, which is intellectually, right? We're going to glow up intellectually, level up intellectually. Wow. So take at least one course, whether it's you going back to school for, like, going to college, whether it's you doing like a trade school, whether it's you doing online school, but do something that's either going to get you a degree, a license or certification, so you can continue to build your intelligence, your skill set, and your credentials. So next year, at the end of the year, you can look back and be like, okay, I did this. You know, I achieved something else. I learned something new, and I have more credentials under my belt. Read 2 books a month, which one will be a self-help and self-improvement book, and the second one will be a fictional, entertaining, fun book. The self-help book will help make sure that you're learning new skills, new tricks, things like that, tips and tricks and things that you can implement in your life to help improve yourself more and more, and just continue learning how to become a better person and operate better in the world. And then the fun, entertaining, lighthearted fictional book will be something just to help build your, you know, like indulge into your creativity and make reading fun, so you don't feel like reading's a work every time, you know. So the days you don't feel like, or the times you don't feel like reading the self-help book, you can read more of the fictional book, and so on and so forth. And in that way, you're also making sure that you're reading 2 books a month, so you read at least 24 books at the end of the year. Look at that. Wow. And then 3 is learning something new, a new skill. Learn something new skill wise, pick up a new hobby. Okay, so you can pick up something like knitting, sewing. This was more so like intellectually, so I mean technically that's intellectually, but you know, maybe coding, or they just pick up a skill, pick up a hobby, something that where you have to delve into something and learn something new, and like develop new skills and habits, and you know, delve into something new. Use your brain in a way that you haven't before. Maybe, you know, pick up a new instrument or something like that. You know, just find a skill, find a hobby, and delve into it. Okay, maybe it's interior designing, or like, you know, fixing things in your home. Physical appearance, that's the next category that we're going to go into now. Okay, so physical appearance. Number 1, figure out your personal routines. Okay, I said in spirituality, have routines. In physical appearance, you also need routines, and honestly, a routine in everything, it just makes everything easier. Routines and systems, because that just means you automatically do certain things just on autopilot. You don't have to think about it. Okay, so if you wake up in the morning, what's the first? You're gonna have a morning routine, and in your morning routine, you're gonna have a skincare routine, you're gonna have a shower care routine, and you're gonna have, you know, your spiritual routine. So like personally, I wake up, first thing I do is my spiritual routine. So I meditate, journal, and then do yoga. Then I move into my skincare routine, in my body care routine. So I shower, I wash my face. I'm lazy now, so I used to wash my face by the sink, but you know, brush your teeth, wash your face, shower, use soap and a scrub, get out, lotion my skin, do my skincare routine, which is like toner, serum, essence, eye serum, eye cream, moisturizer, SPF. Right? Then I rub lotion, I rub oil, I spray myself with perfume. These are habits that I just do. Then I have a makeup routine. Then I have a hair care routine. And then just a routine and habits that I do on a daily basis, so I don't have to think about, oh my gosh, like every single step. No, I just start something, and then within a couple hours, I just finish so many tasks that I used to have to write down and do. But instead of just being like, oh, do your face, you know, wash your face and put your serum on and put your toner, I just be like, okay, morning routine. And I was like 4 different routines in one morning routine, you know. So figure out your routines, figure out your morning routine, your night routine, your skincare routine, your body care routine, your makeup routine, your hair routine. Figure out your go-to meals, figure out how you're going to make money. And like, say it's either you want to work for somebody or you want to work for yourself. If you want to work for somebody, then the routine is that you go into work a 9 to 5 for 5 days a week. Okay? If you work for yourself, then you got to figure out the routine of how you're going to make that money, and make sure that you do it on a regular basis, and you do it regularly enough for you to be able to make it, to live off of your income. Okay? So if you know that you have to record 3 videos a day and post them and yada yada, and that's your routine, then that's your routine, and you have to do it so you can make sure you're making that income that you need to make. Okay? Routines help you work on autopilot, so you don't have to think about it. I said that already, right? Okay, cool. And then also make sure that the things that you're implementing in your routines help you get towards your end goal. I want to lose weight and I want to also be more flexible, so I make sure that I implement yoga into my routine. Before I used to run, I used to go to the gym, things like that. That doesn't help. First of all, I don't like going to the gym, so I would never go. I also don't like running, so I only did it for a weekend and I didn't want to do it again. But then I was like, you know what? Let me do yoga because I like yoga. So I do like yoga and Pilates because it's yoga and Pilates is honestly like a workout and stretching at the same time, and that's what I'm into. I like stretching, I like working out, but I don't. And then there's also like meditation and mindfulness at the same time as well. So it just works for my spiritual new age routine. Actually, I just like peace, and it brings me a lot of peace. So okay, so next for physical appearance is learn a new skill, body movement wise. Pick a new hobby. Again, pick a new hobby. Look at them as hobbies. So, but this one's going to be body movement, like in a way for you to move your body. So whether it's ballet, Pilates, yoga, tap dancing, pole dancing, figure skating, gymnastics. Find something that you like and enjoy doing that requires you to have to move your body. Even if it's running, if it's going for walks, if it's playing basketball, if it's doing cheerleading, it doesn't matter. Find something that you enjoy doing that causes you to have to move your body. So it's some form of exercise that you're implementing into your day every single day. It's implementing into your everyday habits, everyday routine. This is going to help keep your body fit, keep your body healthy, keep it limber, allow you to continue to move yourself healthily, and then also just keep yourself toned and put together. Okay, number 3 for physical appearance is figure out your aesthetic and feminine archetype, your color palette. Okay, this is going to help you later on when you're trying to figure out, when you want to go shopping, when you want to do your makeup, when you want to buy interior designing, so you don't have to waste your money and buy things that you don't have to waste your money on things that's not going to fit. And then you put on the outfit, or you put on the clothes, or you put something in your house, and you're just like, this isn't what I'm trying to portray. This isn't the vibe that I'm going for, because you didn't figure out who you were in the first place. Figure out who you are, figure out what you like, the colors you want to wear, the colors that go together, the aesthetics that you like, the patterns that you like, the type of fashion sense that you're trying to go for, like what you feel comfortable in, what you feel confident when you wear. Like, figure out who you are, figure out your aesthetic, figure out your colors, what look good against your skin personally. Forget the trends and what everybody's telling you is it and what's in, and figure out what is for you. Because the reason why these become trends is because somebody saw this person wearing it and doing it, and they thought it looked good on them. So then they was like, oh, I want to look like that. So then they started doing it too, and then a bunch of people started doing it because they all want to look like the original person, because that original person figured out who they were. And that person helped a lot of other people figure out their aesthetic and their style, because that person was able to portray it so well. Okay, so figure out who you are. Okay, even if you have to look on Pinterest or at other people for their inspiration to figure out the aesthetic that calls out to you the most, then do that. But figure out your aesthetic, and then only buy things within that aesthetic and that color palette. Okay, and I'm not saying that you can honestly have multiple aesthetics in one, because like I said, figure out your personal style, your personal aesthetic, right? So I like spirituality, I like what's coquette, I like luxury, I like modern, I like minimalist, and I kind of put those all. I like classy, I like elegant, I like schoolgirl, I like preppy, I like, people say I look like a cheerleader sometimes, and I kind of put those together and get my own style, my own aesthetic. Okay, so you can do the same thing. Okay, so now we'll move on to lifestyle. Lifestyle, only buy things, very great leeway from the last one, only buy things that matches your aesthetic and archetype. So then that way you don't have to waste your time and money and attention and focus on mundane things like how you're going to do your hair and your makeup, how you're going to, like, what you're going to wear. You're not going to have that problem of having a closet full of clothes with nothing to wear. Because a lot of times we have that problem because we buy things that we felt like were cute in the moment, but we knew well that we weren't going to like it the next day. Or maybe it looked cute on our friend who matches that aesthetic, but that's not our aesthetic. That's not how we dress. So, you know, that's not how you dress. So make sure that you're buying the things that's in your aesthetic instead of things that's in other people's aesthetic, or things that you think is cute but doesn't match what you actually want to wear. The more that you have within your style and in your aesthetic, the more you will feel like you have to wear every single day. So make sure you fill your closet with things that you would like to wear, or things you like to wear on a daily basis, and find things like, okay, people wear sweaters for comfortability, right? So look in your aesthetic what sweaters that fit your aesthetic, right? So this kind of fits in with the, well, I mean, the crew neck, the baby blue, the stripes kind of fits in with a squirrel or like old money, classy, elegant type of aesthetic, but at the same time it's very comfortable because it's really just an oversized sweater. But it's because of the colors. It says Beverly Hills, the font that they use, and then I have this headband. It kind of ties everything together to fit my aesthetic. And it's not even like I thought about doing this. No, I just bought this sweater a day when I went out with my friend on like Black Friday, and I have these ribbons that I had bought since like earlier this year, and then I literally put it in my hair like every single day, you know. So I still fit my aesthetic, but I'm very comfortable in my home, you know. Okay, 2, for lifestyle, schedule and have set dates, implementing things you want to experience in your life, right? You want to be that girl, you want to be the it girly, the socialite who goes out to brunch every Sunday with her friends, and you know, goes out clubbing and goes to the bar, and you know, she always has things to do, she always has fun things to do, but at the same time she's about her money, she still works out, you know, she's a well-balanced baddie, a well-balanced, spiritual, well put together gal. So then implement those things in your schedule. Okay, you make sure that you schedule Pilates in the morning and you do it. You make sure that you schedule a balanced breakfast. You make sure that you schedule brunch with your friends. You make sure you schedule, you know, you schedule in the pottery class you want to take. You schedule in you going to dinner. You schedule in your solo date. You schedule in, you know, you going on a picnic. Schedule those things in. You schedule in the sip and paint that you want to do or you want to go to. Schedule them in. Because how else are you going to go to it? Why is it that we go to class when we're in school? Because it's on our schedule and then we're told to go, so then we go. Okay, or we spend money on it. So you want to travel, schedule it in. Buy the ticket and buy the hotel. Whatever you spend money on, best believe you're going to do it. Okay? You want to, I don't know, I think I gave enough examples. Schedule things in and also pay for it ahead of time. Don't wait until the day of to buy it and then be surprised when you don't do it. Hello, if you didn't buy the ticket, why do you think you was gonna travel? If you didn't book the hotel, why do you think you was gonna go? Book the hotel, buy the ticket, and go. Okay? 3, for lifestyle. Basically, also, your lifestyle is made up of the things that you experience in life, the things that you do all the time in life. So if you keep going out to eat and you keep hanging out with the right crowd and you keep, you know, going to fancy restaurants and you keep going to picnics and you keep going to sip and paints and you keep doing all these things that you want to experience, then guess what your lifestyle is going to become? Guess what your automatic habits are going to become? You going out to eat, you know, going to sip and paints, you going to picnics, you experiencing the things that you want. Your habit, you will get into the habit of experiencing the things you want to experience if you start implementing it and making sure it is a constant, consistent thing. 3, buy yourself nice things that you can afford. And we're going to get into how to do this smartly when we get to finances. But buy yourself the thing that you always dreamed of having if you can afford it. Okay? Even if you have to work hard in order to get you something nice for your birthday and the Christmas and, you know, achievements when you reach a big milestone in your life, then do that. But you experiencing nice things will help you feel like you experience nice things. The more you experience nice things, the more you want to experience nice things. The more nice things that you own, the more nice things you will want to have. Also, and then the more you accumulate of nice things, you will get into the habit of just having nice things. And then the more nice things you have, the less nice things you want to get, the less nice things you need to get because you already have it. Say I've always wanted a Chanel flat bag, classic flat bag, small size in black. And then I buy it for myself. Well, now I no longer need to want a Chanel classic flat bag small in black because I have one. Maybe now I'll get for myself in whites and get a Coco Chanel handle instead. You know, but at least now I have the bag I always dreamed of having, so now I can move on to the next one that I have. Okay? And then it's also like if you feel a sense of accomplishment because you get to check something off of your wish list. It's no longer living in survival mode where it's like I can only do for myself what I need. No, I can also give myself the things that I want on top of that. And it still holds its value. You can always resell it, you know? It's a nice investment, but it's a nice investment you can wear. Okay, now we're gonna move on to career, and then we're gonna go into finances, so we're not just out here buying a bunch of things we can't afford. Okay, so career, master an old skill and learn a new skill, career related, earning a certification, license, and or degree. We went into this a little bit in intelligence, but now career focus. So we can do that. You can, it depends on how much skills you want to learn, how much time you have, yada yada. You can have separate skills, you know, separate skill sets, separate courses and things that you're doing in order to achieve these certifications, licenses, and degrees, or you can have them implement into each other. Also, I hope that you guys had picked up a journal before I started writing all these things down. But yes, okay, so say you are in the marketing field, because I do marketing, I'm majoring in marketing. Okay, we can use me as an example. Master an old skill, so something you've already been working at, something you already do, master it, set it down, like get it down to a T where you don't have to overthink it or think much about it. You can just sit down, get it done, and get it out the way, and then learn a new skill. So my old skill that I mastered will be me recording content and like doing readings and content and pushing it out. I can do that really easily without actually having to think much about it. I can just do it. So then a new skill that I would learn is maybe I want to get into yoga instructing. So I would learn that new skill and then get certified as or licensed as a yoga instructor. So then I can also start implementing that into my career. So I can start doing yoga videos, or I can open up a yoga studio, or I can do yoga, like I can be a yoga instructor at, like, you know, wellness centers and things like that. And then that's a way that you can always enhance your skills, keep learning more about your craft, and go further into your career. Okay, number 2 is a network. So make sure that you are always making connections within your field. Find friends who are into similar things as you. How is a good way to find other successful people that's interested in similar things as you is finding people who work in the same career field as you. I'm not saying they have to work at the same firm as you, but people who are like-minded, into the same thing. Also, you can network with people who are not even in a similar field as you at all. If you are a dancer, you can still network with doctors. Why? Because you're going to need doctors. You need a physical every single year. Network with other doctors. You know, you can be a manager and then network with artists, or network with other managers, or network with producers, or network with photographers, or network with marketers, or network with a lawyer. Like we all need each other in life. So just network, make friends with other successful people, no matter what place they are in the field. So say you work with somebody, say you're an actress and you work with somebody at a law firm, or who owns a law firm, and then they realize, oh my gosh, well I'm working with, you know, this manager, and they're gonna help me promote my business better, and you know, they said they hired a marketer, and the marketer was like, oh, you know, we need to, you know, make a commercial to promote your business. So then they're like, yeah, you know, so now we have to hire actors and such like that. And you're an actor, and this is a lawyer. But because they're a successful lawyer who has a successful law firm, who wants to build and scale their business, they are going to have auditions for actors to act in their commercial for the law firm. And you're an actor, so now you can audition. And maybe just get the part because you're friends with the lawyer. Does that even make sense? That's how God works in mysterious ways. Because how I have a friend who's a lawyer, and all of a sudden I get an acting gig. It's mad random, but that's how God works in mysterious ways. That's how the universe works in your favor. Okay, yeah. So that's number 3 for career. No, that was number 2 for career. Number 3 is complete a big project in your field. So this can literally be. Can apply to anyone, anywhere, but achieve something huge that's going to change the course of your life and the course of your field. Like, do something that contributes to the world and contributes to your field of expertise. So say you do music, complete an album, or, you know, put out a huge, like, do like a really big music video. Or if you're an artist, like say you're a model, you know. If you're a model, have like do a one really big photo shoot where it's like very editorial, and it's just like, you know, when somebody needs to see like, oh, how just what's your scape of what you can actually do, you can show them that, be like, yeah, this is a project I did, and yada yada yada, you know, and it's like so creatively well done, and like your poses are amazing, your face is serving, the makeup, the hair, the outfits, everything is like on point, you know. Say you're a teacher, you know, maybe you want to put out a book, or, you know, put out an app or something that helps people learn something or something like that, right? And then my battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to switch the battery out soon. I'm gonna keep going until it dies. Okay, so now we're going to head into finances, and this is the last section of this video of for your ultimate life upgrade in 2024. Okay, so finances: increase income from current sources of income and create a new source of passive income. Okay, so the income that you already have, increase how much you're making from it. So say you work a 9 to 5, get a raise. Most people give you raises already. They give you a bonus at the end of the year and then a raise at the beginning of the next year that is supposed to overcome, like, you know, combat inflation, honestly. But basically what you're going to do, you want to negotiate it for you to have not only combat inflation, but also for you to be able to experience a better lifestyle as well. So it's for you to be able to afford better things. So every year your life is improving based off of that just 9 to 5 income. And then on top of that, you're also going to create a new source of income. I highly suggest a passive source of income, so you don't have to work on it. Like, you're not trying to get paid for your hour. I wouldn't tell you to go work 2 jobs, or if you're working 2 jobs, go get 3 jobs. Get a job or create a... Okay, I'm sorry if it looks like things moved. I'm pretty sure it did. I don't think this is what it looked like before, but my camera shut off because when my camera has been recording for like 28 minutes or so, it cuts off. So I had to restart the camera, and I was just like, you know what, since the camera cut off anyway, I might as well change the battery. So I changed the battery at the same time. So yeah, all that good stuff. But back into finances. Number one, increase income from current source, and then, you know, create a new source of passive income. So that can be like starting a YouTube channel, creating an online course, creating like a book, an ebook, creating a workbook, you know, doing affiliate links, you know, using one of your skills or hobbies that you have and outsourcing it, monetizing it, things like this. These can all create passive forms of passive income for you. Yes. And then 2 is increase investment automatic payments by a small amount. So if you are not already investing in stocks, then I do highly suggest you starting. If you are trying to figure out what you want to use, I use Robinhood for stocks, and I use Coinbase for crypto. Acorn, I say Acorn, that's crazy. Acorn is also a very great one for beginners if you're scared to put your money in investments and stocks because you don't know where to put your money. Acorn kind of delegates it for yourself. This is not sponsored, by the way. I wish it was. But Acorn delegates it for you, and they will kind of put the money that you, like, say you connect your card to it when you buy something, and say you buy something for like $4.96, they'll put the $4 cents that makes it 10, what is it, $4, that would make it $5. They'll put the 4 cents into the stocks, so they just round it up to the nearest whole dollar. And then also you can do like automatic payments from there as well, and then they'll put it into stocks for you as well. So that's a great way to get into the habit of investing and get used to it. And then also I like Robinhood. I can tell you about what I invest in if you would like to know. I can make a whole separate video on that. I'm currently working on investing in stocks that pay out dividends, so then that way I can have income. I can have an income from my stocks. And I'm also trying to do compound interest, where basically I'm investing money into it, but then also I get paid dividends, and I'll put back in the dividends that I get paid out. So then it starts to accumulate on top of each other, and I get more payouts every single time because I'm always putting more money into it. So every time there's a dividend payout, I'm making more money than I did the previous time. But yeah, so start looking into investments. It's like in stocks and crypto if you haven't already. If you already do, then look into that. And then, start implementing the weekly automatic payments if you don't already. If you do, then increase it by a little bit that you can afford, that's within your budget. That wouldn't really hurt your pockets, and it will help more than hurt. And then tip number 3 for finances is learn a new financial skill. Financial literacy is a skill. It's something that you need to nurture and grow. It's something that can be taught. A lot of people did not come from understanding money language or understanding how to be financially literate or financially intelligent, especially if you came from poverty, because you just learned a bunch of poverty habits, like habits to keep you in poverty, when rich people think differently from people who are poor, right? So listen to podcasts and learn from people. If you have already been on this journey of learning how to be financially intelligent, then take the skills that you already have, and like I said, master one of the skills that you already learned, and then learn a new one that you haven't really been putting a lot of time and attention into because you've been so focused on learning the one that you have been learning. Once that's mastered, you can move on to the next skill, the next financial skill that will help get you further along in your financial journey and your financial freedom. So those are the tips and trips that I have for you, a little bonus things that should help you in every part of your life. Make sure you have a journal if you don't already, so you can write things down. Have a planner as well, so you can write things down and you can remember, so you can be organized, so you can have things in concrete detail, and you can always go back to if you forget, right? Say you start implementing these traits and habits and then you forget one day, or you forget one of them, like, you can always go back to the book and read it. Okay, if you watch this whole video without writing anything down, you're going to be further behind than all the people who have been writing down these tips and tricks. Because if you haven't written down New Year's resolutions, you're going to be further behind than the people who did. If you haven't made a vision board, you're going to be later. You're going to be further behind than the people who did, or even yourself. You're going to be further behind where you could have been if you don't do these things. Because writing things down puts you in that, it brings things into the 3D that causes you to get up and take action. Okay, it also helps reiterate things. It helps form things. If you write down, okay, well, I want to gain 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, or I want to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but then you don't write it down, now that's just going to be the thought that you have. Oh, I want to have 1 million subscribers. Okay, but what are you going to do to have 1 million subscribers? The moment you write down, I want to have 1 million subscribers, okay, that's the thing. It's a goal. We're going to work on it. From you writing that down, okay, now we can move on to the next thing. How are we going to get those 1 million subscribers? What content are we going to create? How often are we going to create it? What are we going to put out? Who's our target audience? Yada, yada, yada. And then you continue to elaborate on things like that. So make sure that you're writing things down and you're scheduling it in, okay? So I wrote down, I want to have 1 million subscribers. I wrote down what type of content I'm going to have, how often we're going to create it, who's our target audience, yada, yada, yada. Okay, now in the planner, I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'm recording Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm posting every single day, so they'll have to record at least 2 videos a day. I'm going to post them at 9 a.m. every single morning, and yada, yada, yada. And then also you can be like, okay, so Monday, I'm recording this video, this topic. And I'm recording these 3 videos. I have to get them all done by Monday. Edit them on Tuesday. Get them up. Edit them and record them on Monday. Make sure that they're scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, I record more content. I record 3 videos. These are the topics that I'm recording. Okay, cool. And I schedule them for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then Friday, I make sure that I'm recording again. And I record the 3 videos. These are the topics that I'm recording. Yada, yada. So then you schedule those for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then you continue to do that and you stay on that schedule. So, and then you're always, as you can see, you're always at least 1 video ahead. So if there's one day where you can't sit down and record, that you plan on recording, you can always do it the next day or whatever the case is. But writing things down is so important. Scheduling things in. Like I said before with the lifestyle one, schedule in those, appointments with your friends. Schedule in the solo dinner dates. Schedule in, if there's a movie coming out and you want to get into the habit of watching every movie that you want to see, schedule that in. Write it down in your journal. If you want to keep up to date with the new moon and the full moon and the eclipse and everything, write them in your planner. And you can journal all your manifestations. And if you journal every single day your gratitude and your manifestations, the day of the eclipse and the day of the new moon and everything, you're already in the habit of writing down your manifestations and the things you want to release and all that stuff. So it's just that much easier to implement these things. So everything ties into the other, just so you know. And then you look up at the end of the year and you're just like, wow, I accomplished a lot, even though you didn't even, it doesn't even feel like you did that much. You just felt like you live your life day by day, but day by day a little becomes a lot. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. It's 365 days in a year and 64 hours in a day. So do the math of how many hours is in a day, because I'm not doing it. How many hours is in a year, okay? And then it takes 10,000 hours to master something. You can change your life in a year. You can change your life in a second. So just so you know. So imagine what you can do in a year. But those are all the tips and tricks that I have for you to implement in your life, for you to have the ultimate glow up and ultimate life upgrade in 2024. I'm excited for you and all that you are about to accomplish. I'm also implementing these things in my life. I've already written all these things down previously to this, and then I kind of just took the things that I was planning on doing and adding it to this. I didn't want to add in the simple things like, you know, make a vision board and journal and, you know, write down your New Year's resolutions, because everybody knows that, okay? You're going to do all these things, like you're going to learn the new skills, and like the new skills that you're learning and the things that you're investing in and the nice things that you're going to buy you and the, you know, the dates that you're scheduling, and these are all going to be based off of what it is you're personally trying to manifest. Your New Year's resolutions, you're going to make them more specific to you and cater towards your life and the things you want to accomplish in 2024. But this is going further than the you know, vision board. This is what you're going to be putting on the vision board, you know? So yeah, love you guys so very much. I hope this was helpful and I hope this helped you. I love you guys so very much. If it was helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know what you'll be implementing, New Year's resolutions for you, what new tips and tricks did you pick up from this video. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel with the bell notification on so you can be notified whenever I upload. I post pick a card readings, self-help and self-improvement videos, manifestation videos, subliminals, things like that. I'm all in the spiritual realm and how you can implement this and make it easy into your lifestyle, fit it into your lifestyle so you can balance practicality and spirituality. I love you guys so very much. You can also check out my description box for all the information you need from me on how to book a personal reading, subscribe to my Patreon, follow me on the rest of my platforms, donate to the channel, or purchase a lot of things that are my favorites and I use on a regular basis, considering tarot readings, oracle cards, my life, like my living space, furniture, the makeup I use, the skincare, hair care, all that stuff. You can find in the description box below. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Teach me how to